Hello, I'm Cindy.
Hello, I'm Melissa.
Hello, I'm Douglas.
Hello, I'm Robert.
Like any subject or matter, the theory of how to properly run management has evolved and is still currently evolving. Relating to our course material, Chapter 2 of the text specifically focuses on the evolving viewpoint of management and how we have come to today's management viewpoint. The first original thought process on the subject was known as management being one of the first major innovations of the 20th century and to be treated as a profession. This thought process was proposed by Drucker, an Austrian trained in economics and international law. His main purpose was to underline the key aspects for the organization of management in 1954, including that workers should be treated as assets, the corporation to be considered a human community, no business to be with the consumer, and institutionalized practices. With any experience or common knowledge of how management functions today, it is certain that the organization is no longer set up as the manager holding all authority. Rather so, management is focusing on developing a learning organization. The learning organization has three main pieces, including creating and acquiring knowledge, transferring knowledge, and modifying behavior. It is now management's goal and responsibility to establish a culture of learned knowledge and values to enhance the employee's greatest abilities. I will be relating the subject of management theory and evolution to a current article, Manager's New Playbook, Top 3 Attributes of a Successful Manager, written by Kumar Abhishek, Forbes Human Resources Council member. Kumar focuses on three main attributes, including to build team and organizational resilience, to innovate for impact, and to be your team's advocate. His theory of management recognizes that the pandemic has resulted in much change for the rules of engagement in the workplace, like teams moving out of their workspace offices to remote locations, flexible hours, and self-regulated performance. It is recognized by Kumar that the role of management has transformed from working as professional experts to problem solvers to holistic coaches. Beginning with the first attribute of the Manager's New Playbook, building team and organizational resilience. With rapid changes occurring as a result of the pandemic, including technological advances, social distributions, and unset of boundaries between the office and home, it is most important for managers to hold empathy and emotional intelligence. This is a way of leading their teams through these past and still coming times. It is also recognized as management's responsibility to encourage their team's ability to improve in order to succeed and thrive within the constantly changing business environment. Holding resilience is a strategic capability that helps not only management but the team as well change crisis into opportunity. Relating this attribute back to our course material, the first piece to the newly adopted learning organization is to create and acquire knowledge. This is managers working to infuse their organization with new ideas and information, setting their team up for the best success. It also states that the managers should be encouraging employees to ask questions without negative consequences. Like said by Kumar earlier, this thought process of creating and acquiring knowledge is almost identical to succeeding with the constantly changing business atmosphere and changing crisis into opportunity by asking questions and learning from one another. The second main attribute of the Manager's New Playbook is innovating for impact. Digital transformation has made a radical rethinking of how an organization can be using technology to help assist business and employee performance. It is the managers who need to be leading the digital transformation that is not focused on the technology itself, but the innovation it may bring. The future of businesses need innovation. It may spark to ensure that teams are empowered, working to their greatest strengths, and the creation of a conducive environment for future collaboration. Relating this back to the second key point of the learning organization from the course material, transferring knowledge. This is actively working to transfer knowledge throughout a business organization and reducing the barriers of sharing information and ideas among employees. Managers should want to learn from their peers and employees from the overall growth and success of the company, as well as not being afraid to try new technologies that help employees learn. This piece of the learning organization also clearly aligns with Kumar's Innovating for Impact. Both focus on management wanting to do whatever innovations are necessary for the best outcome, whether it is bringing the team together for the greatest thought process or turning to technology as support. Lastly, the third attribute of the Manager's New Playbook is being your team's advocate. This is having strong advocacy for the team members in relation to the manager's ability to gain influence within the organization. This helps remove uncomfortable barriers for the team and fairly represent the team's potential. The managers should be working to change the mindset from being an employee to an employer to an entrepreneur by analyzing the customers, competitors, regulations, and resources. In relation to the third and final piece of the management learning organization from the course material, Modifying behavior, which is making sure the learning and training opportunities for employees within an organization is met. This is the link between learning and performance improvement, as well as how the improvement will be measured. Like discussed by Kumar as well, both thought focuses on the greatest improvement for the employee and team, like influencing the mindset of an entrepreneur to measuring the performance of the team's work. With or without all of this discussed information on the evolution of management, changes have been made and recognized for the better of employees and management. The most current organization of management is to be clear, consistent, and have continuous communication from the managers to focus on the best outcomes and success for the business. This thought process very much differs from the original theory of management, focusing on only the authoritarian aspect. The theory of management should whether it was from the past, the present, or future, shall all hold one common goal, and that's to want the greatest success for their organization.
Bye. Very good.